And that doesn't sound right, since there's about 5 or 6 violations there. So they filed a suit, said this is unconstitutional. Immediately thereafter, 12 more states joined them. Kind of interesting, that makes 13 states on the original suit. 13 has a special number to me when I think back on American history. Within 2 months, 8 more states had signed on. There's now 21 states that have signed on to that lawsuit. In addition to that, since the bill passed, there have been 41 states that either have passed legislation or have legislation affirming their own sovereignty. They're going to not follow through on the requirements that the state has been mandated that are not funded by the federal government. So, yeah. So it would appear that most of the states in the Union have figured out that their state sovereignty means something. We're hoping.
It's very deceptive. The nice, the blue sky and the sun.
We would make 32. We do not want this bill. We the people don't want the bill. Nancy, we the people, America does not want the bill. Do the math. So thank you. Let's vote them out.
Being presented right now by Ed Brown, Sylvia Boker, she represents the Albuquerque Tea Party, Dr. Rick Moreland, he's actually a healthcare professional in our state, Attorney Randy Bevis. Randy understands how to work the legal aspects of it, so he's going to help Gary King to present our case. And Heather Wilson, who I'm sure you all know is a former congresswoman from our state. Those 5 should be arriving here any moment.
Which one? This one?
Black one, right to the black one.
This one. Can you hear me okay now? Okay, good morning. We spoke to Attorney General King, and frankly, it's sort of a mixed bag. In my judgment, he did not give us a definite answer whether it's going to be filed or not. I got the impression, in fact, I will speak for myself here, that he's not going to file. He's going to allow the Supreme Court to do his job. He decided, why should I lend my weight when it's going to be decided by the Supreme Court? All right.
To protect the Mexicans.
I'm a little bit angry about this, but I've heard it said that America is in decline. And I've heard it said that our civilization is finished. Last Sunday night, it was declared on public television, without any kind of explanation, that capitalism has destroyed America. To all such statements, I will answer, it is not so. It is not capitalism that is a threat, it is socialism. It is the leftists who confiscate the goods capitalism has produced and then use them to attack those who defend America. It is the leftists who blame capitalists and greedy businessmen on the economic disaster that this leftist government itself created. America is not in decline, folks, and it will not be as long as there are people like you who work and stand up for what is right. America will weather this onslaught of socialism that Mr. Obama and Mr. Emmanuel have unleashed on this country. We will continue to stand up to them. We will not betray our founding fathers who fought and died for this nation. We will not betray the men and women who built this nation to achieve such economic prosperity that we enjoy. This meeting today shows that what can be accomplished by setting clear goals and working diligently to attain them. Mr. King did listen to us. He did consider our views. He said he was having others analyze the data. And we thank you. We thank you all for your work and for your support and for your allegiance to our country and your refusal to give up. I now want to please introduce the president of the Albuquerque Tea Party Board of Directors, Dr. Rick Moreland.
Hey, Rick. again, I want to say thank you for all of the people that have taken the time away from your busy work week to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for being here to add your voices to the petition drive that we have brought to have New Mexico join the other 21 sovereign states in their challenge to the constitutionality of what is called America's Affordable Health Care Act.
Wrong.
You've heard the arguments on television and you've heard the headlines. I just want to give you a little bit of a doctor's perspective about this law and how it will affect each and every one of us if fully implemented. First, let me put aside the myth that because the AMA at one point endorsed one of the bills that floated through Congress, that means that the majority of your doctors are in favor of this version, of the final version of the healthcare reform. That is in fact not the case. You should know that, first off, only a small percentage of practicing physicians even belong to the AMA. It tends to be more of an academic organization. Secondly, understand that presently the Medicare, Medicaid supplemental payments that Congress has been annually passing to provide enough compensation for doctors to continue to accept Medicaid has not been calculated into the cost of this bill. And so we can see that hundreds of millions of dollars every year are hidden from the calculations when they talk about this bill helping the country and saving us money. And that's only what they call the doctor's fix. That doesn't also calculate in all of the other state agencies that the state will have to pay for.